Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Just start with kind of how you've been over the last 12 months. Obviously, a lot of restrictions and the word coronavirus is probably new to our vocabulary now, but how have you been over the last 12 months?
Yeah, I've been okay, thank you. Yeah, it's fortunate for me. I've had a pretty normal life throughout the whole lockdown. I've been able to do basketball and just uni work and all that kind of stuff. So I've been very lucky that way.
Where were you kind of when the restrictions and that came in? Were you playing for Cardiff last season? Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was.
So yeah, like, how did you find the season just kind of being cut short?
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate for us because I feel like we really got together there at the end of it, and I feel like we could have had a really great rest of the season. So it was a bit unlucky for us, but yeah, it is what it is. Everybody was in the same position then.
Let's start from the very beginning then. Where were you born?
Stockholm, Sweden. That's where I'm from, born and raised.
And when did you start playing basketball? What got you into basketball?
I think I started around age of 8, I think. My dad is a basketball player, still plays to this day. So that's really why I got into it, because of
So do
him.
you have a good competition then with your dad? Then is
Oh
it
yeah, of course,
yeah,
yeah.
very very competitive.
Yep, always.
So would you say he was your kind of inspiration for kind of really getting into basketball in a serious way?
Yeah, definitely. Like we're a very sporty family anyways, but yeah, seeing my dad playing and having him there, like he's so passionate about it, it's definitely been a role model for me.
Um, so kind of talk us through your basketballing journey. When did you first start playing for like a team?
I think I was around 8. So in Sweden, sometimes we start earlier. It's called Smurf basketball. It's not really organized basketball. I never did that, so I started with girls a year older than me and started playing. Yeah, around age 8, I think it was. Yeah,
And what was your first team called?
we were the Tigers,
Oh.
Blackbird basketball Tigers. Yeah.
And kind of talk us through this kind of steps in your career to lead up to kind of having the 3 years at Cardiff that you've had.
Right. So after a year of university in Sweden, I decided to go to America to play.
Mhm.
So after that, when I was done with my studies there, I knew I wanted to come to the UK and do the rest of my studies. So that way, I just contacted some teams, nearby schools that I was interested in, and that
Mhm.
way, got in contact with Steph Collins, and the rest is history. Here I am.
What is it that you're studying?
So right now, I'm doing a PhD in neuroscience.
It sounds very confusing.
Yeah. Most people just says I work with dead cells. That's usually what people say.
Fair enough. So obviously you kind of started playing for kind of with Steph Collins in the WBBL. Kind of how did you find the first year at Cardiff?
Oh, it was amazing. I felt very, very welcome coming here. We have a great team atmosphere here, and everybody's very friendly. Um, and for me, it was very different from coming from America. It was very harsh environment, a harsh basketball environment. So I kind of fell in love with the game again coming here to Cardiff. To be completely honest, it was a great experience for me.
Do you have do you have like a game day routine that you kind of stick to every game? Do you do certain things, any superstitions or anything like that?
I've never had one, to be honest. No, I've never. I'm the kind of person that takes a game day as in if I'm going into training, like I can't put too much pressure on it because I
Mhm.
get overexcited instead. So I try to chill out as much as possible.
Probably the best way, isn't it? Best way.
Yeah.
So let's have a think about this season with Cardiff's season. Kind of how do you rate the season as a whole as a team?
Um, I think as we are a great team this season and just lovely human beings. I think that we are a bit disappointed in some games, and we haven't really got the results that we wanted this season so far. But we're just like working on things that we can and trying to improve every single training session and every single game, and that's all you can do, really.
Has it been harder to gel as a team, kind of obviously with the restrictions and not being able to go out socially and things like that? Has it been harder to kind of gel together, or have you found ways to do that?
I think we're all right as a team, actually. We're a very welcoming group, and I think training sessions just brings us close anyways. So I think as a group, I think we do have chemistry. We've unfortunately had a lot of injuries and stuff with people coming in and out, and I think that might have impacted us a bit as well. But overall,
yeah. You mentioned Steph Collins before. What's she like to play as coach? Like, what's it like playing with Steph?
Oh, she's a great player and coach. She's so energetic. Definitely, she always comes in with a smile on her face. Always the first one to be like energetic and wanting to be there. She's great that way. Playing with her, the same thing. She's a very intense player, and I just aspire to be as just so energetic on the court that she is.
Which matchup would you say was the most difficult that you've had this season? It was team or any individuals that you kind of pick out from other teams that have been really tough to play against?
For me personally, I think London Lions was quite difficult. I do see myself as a quite quick player, but they do have some very quick players on their team. So I found that as a matchup quite hard for me.
Yeah, I think a few players have found London tricky to deal with at times.
Definitely.
So Cardiff didn't play their first game until December. What was it like waiting around for the first game of the season?
Sorry, now what'd you say?
So Cardiff didn't play their first game until December. So a lot of waiting around. Obviously, the cup competition was going on to start with. What was it like waiting for the games to start?
Oh, we were so ready to get started. You train and you feel like you're preparing for something that's way ahead, and you get impatient, and we were really, really excited to get that first game going, just get the ball rolling again.
Of course, I think there was 2 games in December, and then there was another kind of big gap until mid-February. Yeah. What was like getting started and then having to kind of wait again? Like what was the feeling in the squad?
It was of course frustrating to having to just train and no games and not being able to prepare for the future games and stuff like that. I think frustration is the biggest part of it, because it's a lot of stuff that's not really in our control as players. But yeah, we were just really excited to get back to it.
And the kind of one of the first games back was that in February was the game against Newcastle. The Cardiff won away at Newcastle, and you scored the game winner. So what was that? It was a tough shot, that one, tough shot. But what was that game like? Can you remember much about that one? I
remember just being so happy about that win. It was something that we really needed as a team, and we were just so happy to be back on the court overall. And having such a competitive game, the first game back, it's just a great feeling as an athlete. You always love, the competitiveness, and it was a great feeling, for sure.
Let's get to know your teammates a little bit better. I've got some questions for you. Want your honest answers. In the Cardiff squad, who would you say was the best shooter?
I think it's a tie between Marley Ball and Shannon Hatch.
That's a good answer. Both good scorers, that's right.
Yeah.
Who is the best passer?
Definitely Robin Lewis. For sure.
Right, but more kind of personal this one. Who's got the worst taste in music?
Oh, that's a hard one.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. I would have to say Sarah Wagstaff. I'm sorry, Sarah, but as you know,
What kind of music does she listen to then? Is it completely just...
It's a bit older music, I would say.
Okay, we'll leave it.
Yeah.
Who's the funniest to have in the dressing room?
Sorry.
Who's the funniest to have in the dressing room?
Funniest. Wow. We're all a pretty funny team, I would say. Shannon definitely makes me laugh all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that she's the sneakiest, funniest person, I would say, on the team.
So last one of the teammates' questions. You've got one shot left to win the game. Okay,
Yeah.
who are you going to pass the ball to? Or who's taking the last shot? It can be yourself after that game winner at Newcastle. I mean, it could be yourself. But who are you passing to?
Oh. I would say Mara in the post. Get Mara in there. Yeah.
So I've got some quick fire questions just for yourself, just so like you've got to pick one of the answers. Okay. Nice and quick. So Starbucks or Costa?
Starbucks, definitely.
Most people say Starbucks. Most people go to Starbucks. McDonald's or KFC?
Oh, neither. Maybe McDonald's.
Do you have a favorite Netflix series?
Friends. I'm a huge Friends fan.
I'm currently going through Friends again. I think we're at season 6 at the minute, so kind of going through them again.
Nice.
They're doing that reunion show soon, aren't they?
I know. I'm so excited.
Very good. Tea or coffee?
Coffee. Yeah, big coffee.
You said that quickly. You're very confident about that. Very confident.
Yeah, I think I drink like 5 cups a day.
Do you have a favorite Disney film?
That's hard. I think Pocahontas is probably my all-time favorite.
That's a good one. It's not many people say Pocahontas, so I like that answer. It's a good one. Pineapple on a pizza, is it a yes or a no?
I don't really eat pizza, but I would say no.
You won't eat pizza?
No, I've never been a big fan.
So let's think about Cardiff again. You won against Durham in midweek. That was an important win. Kind of as we go closer to the playoffs, kind of Cardiff, Newcastle, and Oakland's are kind of all fighting for that last couple of spots, really. How do you feel about the Caledonia matchup? Is it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
How do you think about the Caledonia matchup?
I think we can do great work against them. They're obviously a team that likes to play very fast, and we are lacking a few players right now. We're kind of low on numbers, but I definitely think that we can do some damage there. And I think if we play our game, I think we got that in the bag.
And there's obviously playoffs coming up soon. Kind of how confident as a squad are you of making that last couple of spots in the playoffs and getting in there?
You know, I always have a lot of trust and confidence in my teammates, and I think that we can do whatever is possible for us to get that last spot.
So just to finish off, you've been in the WBBL for 3 years. What kind of things do you think the league does really well to kind of promote women's sport and the league itself? What do you think like the league does really well?
That's a hard question. I do think that there's a lot of opportunities for females to be lifted on social media and just put out there. Of course, BBL have a bit more resources and all that, but I think that as a collective, I think that the BBL as a league have a lot of people that are passionate about trying to just uplift female players, and I think that's really good on social media. Obviously
this season the finals are all being played on Sky Sports for the WBBL, which is a step in the right direction.
Of course, yeah, that's great.
So it's been great to see the kind of coverage that they provide, as well as the game day coverage, but the interviews beforehand, and it's kind of like that professional look of for the league. So let's hope it continues next season and kind of continues to grow, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
But I just want to say thank you very much for joining me. It's been a pleasure to talk to you and get to know you a bit better. Good luck in the matchup against Caledonia tomorrow.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I hope to talk to you soon as we move through the playoffs and things.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.